another video, another week. So today's video is very special, long awaiting, in the works for 5 months now or whatever. So I am very excited, or like we are very excited to finally be able to show everything about our kitchen foyer renovations that we started in February this year. So we were supposed to in February go on our holidays overseas, and obviously that didn't turn out that way. It wasn't possible for us, so we decided to kind of expedite the whole renovation process instead. So anyway, we drew all the plans ourselves, chose all the finishes ourselves, did all the work ourselves, and yeah, now we are here. It took a while. I thought it was going to be quicker, but life gets in the way, and we have 9 to 5 jobs, so it wasn't always possible for us to like work on this renovation every single day. So yeah, after all this time, we're finally happy with the end result. I think it's like 99.9% done. Like there's some odd pieces that I would like to paint still, but yeah, we're very happy with everything, and I'm just super stoked to show the like before and after, and yeah, just to finally start enjoying the kitchen as a completed like product, if you will, or completed space, because we have been able to like work in the kitchen and like live here and stuff, but we always were short of something, like the cabinet doors wasn't on yet, or whatever, the kitchen countertops weren't done, so we always had to like wait for something. Whereas now it's done, we can just enjoy it and just kind of appreciate it for what it is, and the amount of work, hours, tears, sometimes fights, and money that we spent on this project. And I think we are so proud because of the fact that we did this ourselves, from drawing it way back when, like last year, having to keep on rearranging things like plug points, and this cabinet won't work because of this reason, and we took tiles off, and then the wall was kind of skew, and like some areas we couldn't take the tiles off, which I'll explain now as I like walk you through. But there were so many like situations we couldn't have planned for, and more money had to go into it, or more time, added frustration, which is quite hectic on one's relationship, I must say. Like there were some times where we really didn't see eye to eye on a lot of things, but yeah, we just take it for what it is. It was just out of frustration for being thrown with like curveballs and stuff. But yeah, I'm not gonna like ramble on in terms of the detail. I'm writing a little blog post about the process, like those kind of things, so you can check it out on my new website. I will link the website in the description box so you can go read all about the details. I'll also link the things we used, or the like vendors or whatever we used, or not vendors but suppliers, you know what I mean. Let's just get into the foyer area. Okay, so this is our foyer area. This is the front door. Behind me there's the bathroom. I'm not going to take you in the bathroom because that wasn't part of this project, but anyway, this is the foyer area that we had to work with. It was quite the mission to get this place to be the way it is today. We had wall bands on the walls, we had tiles in this area, as you can see from the before photos. Yeah, this was very different to what it looks like now, and let me tell you, taking tiles off with your own hands is not a joke, especially from someone that has never taken any tiles off. I was a first timer, and I tell you, everything was aching for weeks after that. So yeah, I'm happy we went through the experience, and I know, you know, what it takes, you know, all those kind of things, but I wouldn't ever do it again. This is a small space, so that was fine, but like for normal size kitchen in a house, no, never again. But yeah, let me start from the front door area and then I'll explain to you as we go on. Okay, so you can see obviously there's a front door. We had this front door before we started renovations, but it was like the first thing prior to starting the renovations that we wanted, was to replace the front door. So I don't have a before picture of the front door, but it was like an old, like white turned yellow door with like a little curtain and stuff like that. I think it's like the OG door that was in this flat, and we took that off and replaced it with one of these doors. This was not painted white when we bought it, we had to paint it ourselves, and this is one item that I would like to repaint in the next few weeks. I just think it needs a recoat, but yeah. So the front door was like the first of the additions way back when. We wanted a solid door, not with the window situation. So I'm just going to stand here. Second thing that I want to mention was this key holder. So we had this, I don't know, it was something that also Jason built like way back when, and we used to just put our keys on that. It wasn't very pretty or anything, it was functional, but obviously it doesn't work with the aesthetic and all those things. So then he just made this little thing, and we added these dowels, painted them white, so it's like a light wood. It's the same wood that's in the kitchen, and yeah, so this is very functional. It has this top section where you can, like, you know, put stuff in, your wallet, your phone, very nice. Then secondly, we just added these roller blinds. These are plain white. It's not completely blocker, obviously, you can see that, but it's like semi, it like, you know, like shades the sun a little bit, just so you don't have that intense sun coming into the morning. So we just replaced all our blinds. It also like brightens the space at the same time as keeping the sun out a little bit. Anyway, then next up, so sorry, I'm just standing like this, but next up we have this section. I just wanted something simple in here. So I bought this frame at Mr. Price Home, put one of our pictures. This is one of my favorite pictures of us. We took in Washington DC after we visited the Capitol building. So one of those ones, my favorite ones. And then this pot is from Woolworths. I think it's like a David Jones one, but I don't think that it is available anymore. I mean, I'll see, but I don't think so. Anyway, I didn't have any use for it, so then I thought this would be nice here. And then these flowers are so beautiful, and I mean, they're fake, they're not real, but I felt like they look very real for fake flowers. I'm not a fake flower person, but I just want something to like add some color and whatever, and I found these at Mr. Price Home, and this was like the last bunch of it. I went to like 4 different Mr. Price Homes and they were all sold out, so I took like the last of it, paired the like light color with pink, and I think it looks really well in this space. This is kind of what it looks like. We obviously took away all the tiles, removed all the tiles, and this is a like a poured concrete or poured epoxy flooring that we add in here. So you can see it's taken all through to the kitchen, and it actually goes into the bathroom as well. Then we got this rug from Mr. Price Home. It's a very nice to just break the foyer area. And then we have our cupboards. So this obviously wasn't like this. This whole section had like wall bands and like shelving and stuff. And yeah, now it has these nice shaker doors. One of my briefs were like, I really wanted a white kitchen and I wanted it to be shaker doors. And I wanted black like hardware. So yeah, that's what we ended up going for. And I'm very proud to say that this is all Jason's hard work, his own 2 hands. He cut these, he put them together, he sanded them down, he painted them, he installed them, he did everything himself. So I'm very, very proud of that. We also added different skirtings at the bottom. I can't remember, I think there was only tiles that went up to the wall, but we also replaced all the skirtings with the same skirtings throughout. And then we got this black handles from, I think, Galmar. And then moving on to our kitchen, our countertops. This is, I can't remember what the brand is, but it's a quartz, and I also don't know what the name is. I'll link it in the description. But yeah, we wanted a plain whitish kind of countertop. And then unfortunately we have the lovely internet box here. We can't move it because the wires are going through the wall and stuff, so we had to like take out the wires and reroute the whole thing, which I'm not going to do. So I'm fine with it sitting here. These plugs weren't here, they were lower down, and then we moved them up. And then we installed the plugs that has like USB ports, 2 points, and the 3 points. So yeah, that's it for the foyer area, you can see. Okay, so now we are in the kitchen area. So I came from the foyer area, now I'm in here. It's not very big, so it's just next to each other. So as you can see, I went for shaker doors with black hardware. That's kind of what we wanted. We always had the understanding that we are going to do something that is, you know, like quite a substantial renovation in terms of the look and the feel. You know, it needs to be worth our while and our money, you know, to go through all of that effort. But we did make a point of, you know, trying to stick to our budget, and our budget not being too high, and then, you know, we kind of over capitalizing on this apartment. And yeah, so also we wanted to keep it like functional and easy. You know, if something breaks, if something, you know, scratches and stuff, you either can't see it very easily or it's quite easy to fix, and it's not this, you know, super intricate stuff, because, you know, this is not where we're going to stay forever, and we will most probably get someone in here to rent this place. So, you know, we had to keep in mind that if someone wants to rent this, you know, what is going to be the best way, you know, in terms of maintenance and cleaning and just the functionality of the kitchen. So that's why we wanted to go for something plain, but also, you know, timeless in a way, not something that's super trendy. With the shaker doors, because it's white, you'll be able to change out the hardware if you want maybe brass, you know, in the future, or silver, or whatever you want, chrome pieces. You can always change out the hardware and so on. So we wanted something that it's kind of interchangeable over time as well. So let's get into this area. This was the hardest area to design in terms of functionality, plug points, the wall, just general like rules as to like how far should your stovetop be from the wall, you know, all those kind of things. So firstly, for us it was important that we hide our microwave. Previously it took up counter space, and like I said, this is not a big apartment, so we need all the counter space that we can get. So it was important to have this in here. So if you lift this up, the microwave is in here. added some pieces here, nothing much. We also added plug points here, which is pretty convenient. That's my milk frother. And then we have an LED lighting here that's connected to our Google Home system, which automatically switches on and off as we requested, which is pretty good if you don't want the big light on, especially in the early mornings. Then it was important for me to kind of display some pieces that we have. So I didn't want this all to be covered, so we got some shelves and then just some of the, you know, nice pieces that we have, we added here, and then I labeled some jars and added that there. So that's kind of a nice addition to this space. Then here we have food, all our Tupperware stuff, microwave as I said, there's our stove, and then here we have 3 drawers going down there, which has some, you know, plain like plates and stuff like bowls and stuff like that. Then all our odd cups, travel mugs and stuff over there, and then some utensils there as well. Also, all of our drawers are soft close drawers, so like that. This was like one of the hardest areas to renovate. What I want to show you is our backsplash here. This was not like this. It was red tiles. It didn't go, you know, like a normal like windowsill or nothing like that. And unfortunately we couldn't actually take off the tiles. It was like as if they had concrete and then they just like smashed the tiles into the concrete, and there was just no way we could get those tiles off. And yeah, we then made the executive decision to tile over those tiles, and we built a little windowsill, tiled over it, and you will never be able to tell that's what we did, but we had to improvise because it was like pretty much a disaster. So those are small things that we kind of encountered along the way. As we took things off, we discovered new problems. Anyway, so we had to like do a lot of like quick thinking and had to improvise quite substantially. Then I have my trusty old coffee machine here. Can't live without this. Then kitchen countertops again. They did a custom design for us here. Because of the dishwasher that's here, they had to like cut to the countertops at a different angle here. So that actually worked out to be really, really nice, because that was something that we were really concerned about, but it worked out like perfectly. We also just have the plain white roller blinds here, and then here at the top of me we have some shelving, which I'll show you now. This is my shelving here, my glassware, and then some dinner plates and some bowls, and then some coffee mugs that I have up there. So this is just some display storage. So I'm just going to stand like this. I want to just talk about this backsplash tile quickly. So we went back and forth. If you watch some of my old vlogs, you'll see that we really didn't know what kind of backsplash to get, and I didn't want something that's too shiny. I want something with a little bit of texture, but I want something white. So yeah, then we went to, I think it was Ital Tile. I was going to see where we got this from, but I think it was that place. And we walked through like multiple times. And then the one day, we weren't really on set like, oh, today we're going to go get backsplash tiles. But we just went in there, went to go have a look, and then just before we walked out, the one guy called us because he kind of knew us by that time and he knew what we wanted. And he's like, he has this tile, it's either like a glossy one or like more of a matte one. And then he showed us this, and this is more the matte one, this is not the glossy one. But I immediately knew that I wanted these handcrafted tiles, and I wanted them stacked like this. So anyway, it was like love at first sight. When I saw the tile, I knew, and I am absolutely obsessed with the way that these Backsplash tiles came out. It like, for me, it makes a world difference. Firstly, because the previous ones were red, and then secondly, I just think the way they stacked looks super cool, and yeah, it gives some like character to an all-white kitchen, which can be pretty boring. And like Jason said in the beginning, he was scared that, you know, it was going to be like super boring, super plain or whatever, but I think it's like these are things that makes a pretty big difference. I'm sitting on the floor here, don't mind me, but I just kind of wanted to show you these. So this is our bin. So we have two bins, one recycle, one normal in here, and it makes such a massive difference to not have our bin like open on the floor, like in our face anymore. Like this is maybe one of the best additions that we added to this kitchen. And yeah, then you just have another drawer here, a big one here for all our cutlery, and then here we have two cupboards that just has like our instant pot, air fryer, those kind of things that we store in there. And yeah, that's kind of the last of it. This is my big counter, this is the worktop that I worked on the most, and yeah, I'm just so stoked about the way it came out. I'm so happy that I can show it to you guys, and yeah, so that is it from a kitchen reveal. I hope you enjoyed it, and again, we are so happy to be able to share this, but we are even more happier just to be able to live in it and to experience all the hard work that we've put in over the past few months, because like I said, it is maybe one of the hardest things that I've ever done. You know, the financial commitment you make, because like countertops are expensive, like appliances are expensive, you know, and then you know, you don't always think about the odd stuff. Like in our drawers we have all soft close, so you need to get special hinges and special runners for your drawers and your cupboard doors and stuff, just like small stuff like that. And this wall was a nightmare because this was all broken, but this is a supporting column, so we weren't allowed to take it out, so we had to custom design this whole paneling on this wall and frame it and everything to make it look like it's part of the wall. And that was one of the things that took like the longest to design, and you have to cut the wood and you have to make sure, and like the walls are skew, and this is a very old apartment, so we really didn't have a good canvas to work with, but I mean, we made it work. Thank you so much for watching. Please give this video a massive thumbs up, and remember to subscribe, and yeah, please check out my website. I will be writing a small post about, you know, the whole process, and yeah, thanks so much for watching.